Hello friends, good evening, or rather, good morning, and welcome back to my channel. You'll see the video as always, at 7 in the morning, while here, it's evening. I'm also a bit tired today because I work too much. I always work too much, but I don't forget about you every morning at 7. If you give me a like and subscribe to the channel, you'd really be doing me a big favor. I'm working hard to grow this channel. Please help me out. That said, what are we talking about today? Let's talk about languages. Since I opened the channel in different languages, and as you well know, I get help from artificial intelligence, if you're listening to this video in Russian, English, or Spanish, which I understand quite well, I started with these three languages because they are the ones I know best. I really hope to expand to Korean, Pakistani, and Chinese in the future. I truly hope to open in all languages. Just know that it's not my native language. I speak Italian, and then I do everything with artificial intelligence. I asked myself this question, right? Since I speak enough, let's say I speak Italian and English, and I took 5 years of French in school, so I can manage in French too, even though I've kind of lost it now. I had French in school, but I've forgotten it, as I always say, I've forgotten it. Since I speak quite a bit, let's say I speak Italian, I speak English, I did 5 years of French at school, so I can get by in French too, even though I've lost it a bit now. I had French in school, but I've forgotten it. As I always say, I've forgotten it. I speak quite a bit of Russian, in the sense that I have taken the basic course. My wife is Ukrainian. My children speak Russian with my wife. My wife speaks Russian with my son every day. So I hear Russian being spoken every day. I understand it a little, and I understand Spanish quite well. I've been to Spain many times. It's a language that makes me quite happy, and I feel comfortable speaking it. That said, my kids speak multiple languages. They are multilingual. I've always thought that speaking languages is an important skill because there are so many things one can learn, and many things are specific. For example, an electrician studies for many years. A plumber has those specific skills, and that's fine. One can learn to do things, but they will never reach that level, especially since you have to keep updating your skills and so on. On the other hand, if you learn a language, that's a very recognizable skill, and you really need it, especially English. I think it's essential today, but even more so in the future. Knowing how to speak English is the bare minimum, because that's where the world is turning, guys. There are YouTubers. I'm talking about YouTubers, but this applies to all areas of life. There are people who, just because they know English well, watch things in English, shows, YouTubers, etc., and do the exact same thing in Italian, the same in Italian, the same, basically, they have this news from the American world, from England, etc., in English, and they bring it to Italy, where it might not be available. I think it's a great skill, and in the future, it will definitely still be a skill. But how much? Because today, with artificial intelligence, it's not just about my videos, right? Today, there's instant translation, and I imagine that this will increasingly be the case. YouTube should also integrate it directly. I don't have to keep translating and adding subtitles every time. It will be integrated. The same goes for television. I imagine that in a few years, we'll be watching the BBC in Italian. In Italian, but someone does a live stream while they're speaking, and at the same time, in Pakistan, they see it in the same moment in Pakistani, because for now, there's still a timing issue, right? You have to do the translation. Some things still get messed up, but soon it will be like that. And I think that even when it comes to speaking personally, there will be some app on your phone where you can do a video call with an Indian, a Korean, an Austrian. You speak to them in Italian and they see it in Austrian on their phone. You'll be able to do everything in all languages without needing a translator. There won't even be a need to learn languages anymore. And guys, it's like that. I know it. Be scary sometimes, right? Maybe it's not even nice to say. But how much is this missing? If you think about it, we're really not far from that today. The fact of doing a video call with someone who speaks Chilean, Spanish, I think. They speak Spanish in Chile. You can put whatever language you want, right? Cambodian, what does it take? In the video call, there's instant translation with synchronization. Right now, it takes me theoretically 2 hours or an hour and a half to get the translation done, like you're seeing, right? But I say theoretically because in 4 days it doesn't work well for me and it takes me a whole day. But how long will it take for this to become instant? They already do it, I think, at conferences. I think some conferences, like the European ones, like the European Council in Belgium, have someone speaking into the microphone and doing simultaneous translation into the microphone. I think there someone still does it in person. It's not automated. Or maybe there is already an automated system, meaning whoever is listening gets it translated instantly. But guys, will it really be like that? Who is studying languages today? This is an important thing because I'm a taxi driver. I don't really care, right? But imagine someone who is studying languages today. And don't you ask yourself two questions. If you're studying languages today, you realize that either you're working for some software that creates this translation AI, but I don't think that's even necessary anymore. Or you should know that it's better to change paths because you're on the wrong track. Now, am I wrong? Write to me down below. I'm interested, especially those of you who are watching me in other languages. I'd love to know what you think because I have a pretty good idea of what Italians think, right? But I also like to know what others think. Today, if you're studying languages, think about it because you're doing something wrong. And I tell you, today I'm talking about languages. But think about it, especially the young people. I like talking to young people because they are the future, right? I also think about my kids and so on. What are you studying? Will the job you're studying for still be relevant in a few years? Because by the time you finish your studies, it will take a few years. In these few years, the world is changing. I keep repeating it to everyone I know. We've reached a point similar to the Industrial Revolution with artificial intelligence. It's not new, but we're advancing rapidly. Every day, there's something new. Now there's Gemini from Google, which can record your screen, watch what you're doing, and give you a tutorial. If you want to fix something, just show your phone. It's already like this, or will be soon. You show your phone, say, this is broken, and it tells you what to do. There are tutorials today, but the next step, as seen in a video by MAGNO, will be when it does things for you. Today, if you want to do anything, you don't need to anymore. You just take your phone. If you need to fix a pipe under your sink that's broken, you just show your phone. It's already like this, guys. If not in a few years, it's already like this. You take your phone with Gemini or your computer, show it and say, look, this is broken. What can I do? And it tells you, look, you need to buy this part, you need to unscrew this, take off the screw on top, do this, and you do it, you do it, you do it. And be careful today. There are already tutorials, but the next step, I saw this in a video by Montemagno. If you don't follow him, I recommend you do because it's always interesting. Today, it tells us what to do, but the total step that will come soon, maybe even next year, will be when it does things for you. When it does things for you, it's like I'm telling him, he already knows my position, right? I have 10 euros. I need to eat tonight. I don't know. Do something. Mexican, keep it under 10 euros. Look, there's a chance to get nachos in this store for 3 euros. There's a promotion. While the fajitas are in that other place for 3 euros. Should I combine them, huh? With 10 euros, I can get you this, or you have this other option, or what do you want? But yeah, come on, get me the first choice. I get home, and there's already food at home. I'm telling you one thing, but I could give you 1,000. Do you understand? The doors, switches, everything will be automated, guys. It will be like that. Think about it carefully, guys, what you're studying, because the future is about to change. Subscribe to the channel, give it a like. As the future changes, you'll find billions of new YouTubers and billions of voices telling you everything you can do on this channel. I'm bringing forward something interesting. I say the things that others don't say. I think I use my head. Maybe someone says, but what is there to say? Today, maybe I don't have this huge following. You guys follow me because you care about me, etc. But think about it. Today, maybe we're not many, but how many will die? All those YouTubers who make super cool videos, tutorials, chefs showing how to prepare recipes, or all the stuff that artificial intelligence can do, they're done for. They're done for. While I don't, because I'm so stupid and artificial intelligence can't do that, I can only do it because I come up with something new every day. And so you need to subscribe and follow me, because there's only one Zoccolino di Luca Magno. See you soon, guys. Be good. Bye. See you tomorrow morning at 7 like every morning.